Hey guys, welcome back to Run the Atlas. Today I'm right outside of Bozeman, Montana, and I'm covering the top 10 things you need to know before traveling here. You're gonna wanna stay tuned to the end so you get all the information for your trip. We have done some extensive Montana travel on our channel. As you've probably seen, we have some of the top videos on Helena and Missoula, and it's our first time to Bozeman, so we've been noting all of the unique things about this region. The first thing we want to recommend is that you get outside of the city of Bozeman. The downtown's really cool. There's lots of fun restaurants and breweries and pubs, but we recommend you get outside in nature, and this is why. Here's a little panoramic shot. For getting around, we recommend renting a car. The larger car, the better. Trucks here are extremely popular. It's almost like a competition for how big your truck can be. There's a lot of Ram 3500s here, lots of Silverados, tons of 4x4s, and for good reason. There is a rancher culture here, so a lot of people are hauling a lot of goods and horses and things like that. And there are some backcountry roads that are unpaved, so getting a 4x4 is a good idea here. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, thumbs up down below and subscribe. Bozeman does have a suburban feel. It's got a lot of new developments and suburbs outside of town and very spread out. There were not a ton of tourist resources, so a lot of the things that we're telling you we had to learn on our own or from talking to locals. Their tourism board and even their Instagram account isn't quite as active as some of the other cities in Montana. There were a lot of bumper stickers expressing certain sentiments towards outsiders and developers. A lot of people are boasting about being fifth generation and even further back. It's like competition for who's the most indigenous Montanan person. So we found that a little bit interesting and is something you will definitely see on your trip to Bozeman. It is very kid and dog friendly. We noticed a lot of families, lots of young families. Almost everyone had a dog. This is not a budget destination. You'll find that summer and fall are the prime times for visiting, unless you're here for skiing. If you're here for the ski season, that would be a big trip to Big Sky. The hotels here range from about $250 for a roadside quality inn with popcorn ceilings, you get the idea, or $90 for a hostel. We stayed at the Treasure State Hostel. It had bunk beds and no windows. So if you're looking for a good night's rest, this is probably not the place for you. It does have a piano, so if you're in the mood to bust out a little bit of Great Balls of Fire, then maybe you can have a little fun with it. This is a university town, so it has that vibrant, optimistic feel to it. This is Bobcat country, so there's lots of students in town. We noticed clean mountain air here. The altitudes you will definitely feel, especially if you're doing a running or outdoor event. We're over 4,500 feet in elevation here, so almost to the height of Denver, not quite, and you will definitely feel it here. The sun is also very strong, so bring sunscreen. Bozeman's very challenging to travel to. We noticed that not a lot of connecting flights. Probably the most connected city would be Denver. There's also some flights to Los Angeles and Portland, but if you're trying to fly here direct from a lot of other cities, you're going to have to connect in and the flights will be expensive. The downtown in Bozeman is really cool. It's got an Old West feel to it. There's a lot of neon signs and kind of vintage looking country bars. If you're into country swing, you can find that here as well. But it also has an upscale new Bozeman side to it too. So you'll see some new developments in the downtown, some new hotels as well, including the Element Hotel. We also noticed a lot of creature comforts, which was very surprising for Montana. There was a Lululemon store right on the strip, lots of boutiques, rooftop bars, even dim sum. And if you're into outdoors, there was a giant Sitka store. In terms of nightlife, we were surprised to see on a Friday, it is packed in downtown Bozeman. Everybody is out. There's lots of breweries, lots of activities, and lots of things to do on a Friday night. There's something to do in Bozeman almost every weekend. On Fridays, they have the art walk, they have the farmers market on the weekends, rodeos, lots of running events, trail running events, very popular. music and comedy shows. There's something almost every weekend here. It smells like woods and campfire and fresh mountain air. Outdoor activities are extremely popular here. Everything from sport fishing to hunting to off-roading to dirt biking, you name it. So if you're into the outdoors, you'll love it here. So Bozeman and Missoula have striking similarities. They both are university towns. They both are situated next to this beautiful backdrop of mountains and hills, and they both have very similar recreational activities. But the biggest difference is where it's situated. In Bozeman, we are at the jumping off point to Big Sky and Yellowstone, whereas in Missoula, you're at the jumping off point to Glacier National Park and parts of Canada. We have not visited Bozeman during wintertime. What we've heard from locals, you will not see the ground from October to May, usually, and there will be some sub-zero days as well. It's great for if you really love skiing and if you love the cold weather, but if you're not into cold weather, definitely just visit during summer and early fall. There are also huge weather drops at nighttime, so even if you're visiting here in summer and early fall, bring a jacket and lots of layers. One of the things that impressed us the most about Bozeman is the quality of food and beverage. You can get top quality food here for a really decent price point. I'm talking about $30 for a really good steak dinner. Cocktails are under $10, which is completely unheard of where I live in California. Beer around $5 to $6 for a pint. Some of the local beers are really delicious as well. We recommend ordering the bison steak, huckleberry everything, including huckleberry flavored beers. For steak, we recommend visiting the Mint Cafe, which is really close to the airport. It's actually in Belgrade. And we recommend going to Montana Ale Works. This is a great place to take family and friends as it has plenty of space and a delicious beer menu. We ordered some really good dishes there, including the bison wonton soup. The Pickle Barrel is also a traditional local spot. It mostly caters towards the students though, and it's kind of similar to a Jersey Mike's. One of the coolest pubs we saw was the Bacchus Pub inside the historic Baxter Hotel on Main Street. It's cozy and it has an old world feel to it. We also recommend the Museum of the Rockies. It's affiliated with the Smithsonian and it has a collection of dinosaur bones that is really interesting. The admission fee is $20. We also recommend checking out the Bonton Historic District. It has elaborate homes from Bozeman's economic and cultural elite and is on the National Register of Historic Places. So this served as the Sig Up fraternity house until 2003, and the Byron Story Mansion was owned by Thomas Byron, and his father was a Montana cattle baron. So there you have it. We hope that you enjoyed your trip to Bozeman. Be sure to like and subscribe for many more travel videos, and we'll catch you in the next one.